Good evening and welcome to Bridgeshaw in Stirling for tonight's live match at the FOSROC Super6 between Stirling County and the Ayrshire Bulls. George Breeze calls for it. Breeze, little dummy and go. High tackle on the prop. That comes out to Trotter. Fraser gets it out wide. Here's Hamilton. Oh,
lovely.
Brilliant opportunity. Can he get himself over the line? He can.
Great score.
Stephen Hamilton with his first try at this level, and it was a stunner. He had so much work to do, and he got himself all the way into the corner. What? Full-back, that's a lovely little offload onto Minogue. He tried to return it, and I think it's a yellow card coming.
On this side, yellow card.
Oh, George Breeze just penalised too often. They're about to get Tom Roach back. Barry Watt puts it in, Minogue behind him. The scrum has been halted this time. Jordan's the first receiver, goes through, dragged down, but he's got over the line. Well, it was a simple move from the base, and Tom Jordan crashed his way over, and Ayrshire Bulls get the reward for the decision to go for the scrum. 15 against 13, their first try of the match. Linney. The tackle is made. Hughes looking for it. Hughes brings it back onto Gowdy. Gowdy onto Trotter. Trotter with a little dummy, tried the offload, gets it onto Gowdy. Gowdy with a pass out wide. The skipper will score this time. Dean Taylor Menzies crashes his way through. He was held short 60 seconds ago, but Stirling County managed to recycle. They get their second try of the game. As McPherson was taken down, penalty advantage coming. Sace waits for it, the referee's not going to hang on, it's a little give and go. Ward's gone through, he's short, spills the ball back, it's up and over the top it goes. And Ryan Sweeney may have got the final touch in on that. It was really good rugby from an Ayrshire Bulls perspective. They got things moving quickly, and that's a perfect start to the second half. Well, they've got a chance to do it again. Trotter, the winger, is right at the front of that line out. It's well taken again. Well, half of Stirling are there. Now they'll break. Oh, the little dummy! That is beautifully done. Little bit of afters, but Stirling County have gone over. Certainly a pre-planned move. And Angus Fraser goes in beautifully through the hands of Gowdy. Gowdy round to Bowes. Bowes taken down. Props in there, trying to push on. No rolling away from the tackle. So this is a free play. It's taken in by Linney, and he tries to get it out wide. Bowes watches, and in at the corner is Tom Roach.
Oh, great try from Tom Roach there. He stayed out in his wing. He knew the ball would come. They went through a few pairs of hands before then, and some good offloads as well.
Barraba's taking it into contact once more. South African lock forward. Pull back again into Pau. They've come over the top until they were off their feet. Now a little ball on the inside. Bowes sends it there, and now the offload. And Stirling County, if they can execute here, the ball is on the inside. And Rainer Kennedy, well, he's barely been on the field, but some great handling from the home side. It's their fifth try, and Rainer Kennedy gets the score. Needed some help, Rainer Kennedy in there. Cunningham pulls it out through Gowdy. Percival played across. Trotter involved again. Chance to get the ball going was the substitute Robertson, but the intercept, and now there's trouble. All the pace in the world, and it's terrific play from Matt Davidson. Davidson is going to go right underneath the post, and that is a dagger through the heart of Stirling County. They had this game in their hands, and it's been ripped from them. And Matt Davidson with a sensational run from inside his own 22, and it's another heartbreak for Stirling County.
Well, I'm a wee bit in shock here because that was an amazing opportunity for us to score, and it was a run-in, and they're 22, and I'll need to just see exactly what happened, but
Got your 90 seconds, okay?
Well, the pass was made, but it was just too obvious.
did he touch his foot and goal there? I'm hoping, but obviously the touch judge. That's just devastating.
Against their host, there was a glimmer of light for Hamilton. The tunnel was closed up quickly. And Lenny going in. The penalty has come. Playing the ball on the ground. And the script is for a kick to win. Ayrshire Bulls just couldn't keep their discipline. And what a moment in the game now.
You're on the ground and you play the ball back towards yourself.
It's a little longer than you would like. Right on the 10-yard line.
Fine, stop.
It is all or nothing. He's got it away well. He's given it a chance. Stirling County register their first win of the season. Well, it looked like it had gone away from them through Matt Davidson. Sensational try late. Ryan Sweeney was pinged, and Craig Robertson kept his nerve to send the home crowd happy. Well, the Wallace Monument in the background. The full-time scoreline confirmed, 30 points to 28.
Good afternoon and welcome to a somewhat soggy Golden Acre for the Edinburgh Derby. Heriots with home advantage against unbeaten Watsonians. Gathered towards the front of the line. Joining the drive now is Michael Linus. Just on the edge of that 22. His scrum half comes across just to provide a little bit of support. Watsonians look to try and measure up the ball back with Jack McLean. Scrum half in position, wheeled in again. Has a look, is able to strip it, finds Edwards again, the inside centre, played towards Houston. Fine run cut in here by the fullback, and he hurdles away the challenge. He was able to break his opposite number, Harvey Elmsackle, and Ross Jones is in for the opening score. Cutting through the Watsonians defence, high fives from Edwards and from Linus, and that portion of the second half. Carl Davis with the throw-in. He then joins in the drive, 5 metres from the line. Classic opportunity here for a hooker to dive over for a score. They're going a little sideways. Davis still has possession of the ball now. Can he find his way across the line? He lunges towards the line. Is right down. The referee has raised the arm. And Watsonians' determination and bright, attractive play at the start of the second period comes good with a try inside the first 5 minutes of the second half. Gets hands on the ball. A lot of work done initially by Carl Davis. So Davis has control of the ball at this stage under his right arm. And you see he's about to make a dart just towards that left-hand side as he closes in on the try line. He needed Longwell's assistance, who at the moment's just in front of him. You see the hooker just grounds the ball a fraction short, and the pick and secondary drive there. Tremendous determination shown here by Heriot. Back towards Edwards, the two centres linking up well, they will not be denied. Robert Kay across 2 minutes after Watsonians scored their first try of the match. Heriots land a second, and the two centres linking up well. Initially Edwards, and then on to the outside centre Robert Kay, and Kay finishes things off. Last weekend, now recycling once more. Back drop goal attempt here. Houston, ball in flight, and that's an absolute beauty. A collector's item these days, and Houston lands a drop goal, and you can see this drop goal again. Ball out there towards Houston, into touch the front of the main stand. The referee signals the knock on. Edwards has leathered the ball out to play. He knew the game was over, and the full-time score is Heriots 26, Watsonians 8.
Southern Knights, unbeaten, could go clear with a win here at the Greenyards. Not quite top v bottom, but Boroughmuir Bears have to go back to week 1 for their only win so far. Switch in midfield, and they have men over here. It's away out to the left. This is the first best chance. Surely he can spin over and over. It's Tom Brown. Tom Brown with the first score for the Boroughmuir Bears, and at the end of the day, Chris, it was the gamble paid off.
Runner so quick on his feet. You can see here, number 15 just in the bottom, seeing Joe Jenkins. That's half the field to cover against an international player. That's Fall's wonderful outside line, and then from the decision to go to the corner, Tom Brown finishes it really well in the opposite corner.
McAndrew getting the miss pass, stretching the Boroughmuir Bears this time. There's a gap appearing here. He'll go all the way, and he has done, because he's transferred the ball to Jackson, and Jackson's gone over the line. That's the composure that has taken them to the top of the table, and for the first time they've managed to break the Boroughmuir Bears defence.
It's a
good score.
Try. So from one side of the field to the other, that's an excellent try from Southern Knights, and they needed it because they've been up against it. But there's the composure, skipping through the first tackle, winning the space in the second, and offloading to the Sporting Craig Jackson.
It's gone up in the air now. Has that gone too far? It's gone straight into touch, but he's okay. And Boroughmuir Bears just slightly slack with the pass, but Beretta's made the most of it. That might have been forward, but they're making that might have been forward as well. But they made the most of it because they've gone all the way to the line, and that's I think probably a high tackle, but the try has been given remarkably, Chris. Now there's a whole sequence of things in that passage of play between forward passes and eventually a suspected high tackle, or
well,
what might be called a high tackle.
The try's been given.
Yep.
It's Jordan Edmonds, I think.
Yep. Oh, that was a gift, absolute gift from Pittman. Straight into the pocket of number 22, Jason Baggett, who won't get an easier score for a very, very long time. Well, what a game it's been, Chris, because that's not the way you would have expected the next score to come.
He shouldn't really have given it because Baggett was there, but he just felt as if he had to give it. Good play, good defensive press. That's a try that was built on the back of defence. Patrick Anderson's tackling initially, and in the positioning and the drive to come forward off the line. And Baggett just perfect, sees that ball the whole time, picks it off and runs into the post.
Our borderline, there's some stuff going on off the ball. It's all happening at the green yards. He's through, he's away, he's going to go all the way to the line. What a score. Classic run from Ewan McLaren, who's gone all the way, and he's left in his track, he's left carnage across the field.
Oh, what a finish for Ewan McLaren.
Outstanding score.
Yeah, you could chuck a one in front of that three in the back of his jersey. What a finish by Ewan McLaren. And it came from Southern Knights having momentum, getting in behind, shifting the target. Kieran Clark set, I think it was Niall Godsmark away on that left hand side.
At 19-13 right now. It's gone straight through the middle, and David Sutherland says that's enough. Time has beaten them. The Southern Knights have gone to the top of the table. Boroughmuir Bears have been struggling to field some sections of the team. Their backs have been thin on the ground completely. So it's what the table said would happen, really, Chris, but they had to work very hard for it.
Yeah, final score, Southern Knights 22, Boroughmuir Bears 13, and it's a sign of a good side. I don't think Southern Knights will be particularly happy with how they've played, but they've came away with that victory at home again, having to dig it out under pressure. I thought Boroughmuir Bears, for the most part, were really quite impressive, certainly started off the game so well.